What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Kibo Podcast. This is part 2 of the podcast highlights with Robin Salimans. I hope you enjoyed. If you do, please go ahead and leave a like down below. It really helps the channel out a lot. Also, we got a lot more podcasts incoming for you guys, so be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on those. Furthermore, if you have a profession that you want to see on this podcast, then let us know in the comment section below. We'll be sure to go out and find a person that's representative for that profession and get them here on the podcast for you guys. All right? And until then, I'll let you guys get back to the content. Enjoy. You already talked about the, working so hard and, almost burnout level, and not getting much return out of it, right? Like you don't make any money. It takes a lot to start this initial growth.
Yeah.
How do you justify to yourself that this is the right path to go? You might see we all might have friends who just go out and start working and they get their salary and they have like a car and a house, and you're sitting here in your student apartment working double as hard as they do, and you barely see anything for it.
I think I am actually more afraid of that working life than I am of working hard and failing, to be honest. I'm like, when I think about it, is I often make decisions thinking that, okay, so I imagine when I take an important decision, I imagine that I'm almost dying, right? I'm at the age of 90 or whatever, and I look back on my life, and thinking, okay, would I regret this decision if I would be at my deathbed or not? Would I regret not doing this, or would I regret doing this? And I think I would very much regret not taking the chance to do this and following my passion and doing something that I love throughout my entire life. I would very much regret it if I would give up now and go work a job that I don't like.
Okay.
And be miserable for the rest of my life. That sounds a lot more scary to me, even though you have a lot more financial stability, but I don't really care about that, to be honest. I care more about doing something that I really like doing and love doing, because you spend so much of your time on earth working that your work life is your life. It's not two separate things, in my opinion. It's the same thing.
Okay,
yeah. Something that you don't like doing, then you don't like your life either. That's how I view it personally. So that's maybe a bit of a different perspective than most people.
Yeah, I think definitely, but it makes sense in my opinion. I think also you spend a majority of your life, working, and that can either be you slave away, or you turn your work into something that you like doing, and then it becomes part of your life, indeed, like you said.
And it's easier to do that than ever. Like my grandpa had one or two choices of doing something in his career. We can do anything really we want. We have the internet. We have all the possibilities at our fingertips. So it's almost you're almost hurting yourself if you don't make use of that. Because you're born in an environment which is so supportive and so right for doing something you like doing and finding out what you like doing.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, then I don't see any reason for not doing that, to be honest.
Right.
If you love working in a stable job, by the way, not saying that is wrong at all. Not everyone needs to be an entrepreneur. Not everyone needs to go to a full-time job either. You can do anything you want, really. But as long as you really genuinely like what you're doing, that please make sure, I would say, to everyone, please make sure that you really like what you're doing. Find something that you really love.
I think that's a very important lesson, because of a lot of people, they want what other people have, right? They see other people that they find or that have been labeled as successful, and they feel like they have to go the same path. And I don't know, like a year ago, I saw this show on TV, and it was about this guy who did his master's in engineering or whatever, right? And he graduated, did his master's, and then before he applied to a job, he completely changed his life and started driving trucks for a living.
Wow.
because
Why
that's
is
what
that?
you always wanted to do.
Oh,
And
cool.
and he's been doing that for, I think, like 10 years. When I saw the
Yeah.
documentary, he's been doing it for 10 years, and he's having the time of his life,
Yeah,
just
exactly.
driving trucks around.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
think
I'm
that's
absolutely not saying that being an entrepreneur is better than being a truck driver. I really don't care what you do. Like, I just have just as much respect for you as long as you like what you do, and if you choose something that you're genuinely passionate about and enjoy, rather than just going to a job that you absolutely hate for the rest of your life. I think yeah, that's how I personally see it. Yeah.
so you